who's doing the video production, and our greeters this morning, Megan Hammocky and Julie Mazouk. Thank you for being here. Today, we're honored to be at A440, and at that, I want to introduce Lyle and let him tell you a little bit about what goes on at A440.
Awesome. I'm Lyle. As you mentioned, I manage this store. I'd like to go ahead and get some introductions done real quick before I talk about what's going on. Our owners are Kim Heath hanging out over here, her lovely husband Dan back in the corner, and Sheriff Brian Bellender. May have heard of him, maybe seen him. Hopefully you haven't had a run-in with him. So I'd like to tell you about what we're doing currently and what we've got to look forward to in the future. But before we do that, I guess it's kind of standard to tell you about the history of the company. And I wrote down a couple things here. Oh, thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan. Conveniently, we had this microphone and guitar just handy. Because the way I see it, if you want somebody to talk about their history, go to the bank. What's the point of coming to the music store if you get no music? Well, Danny moved to town back in '95, or maybe he didn't. I just needed a rhyme. But he met Brian and they started a country band. They named themselves after a famous train crash, and they had a little talent, so they made a little cash. But then again, that's the way things go around here. Now, Dan had Kim and Brian had none, but he had him a daughter and he had him a son, and he ran the jail and Dan taught theater. So several years passed, as they often do. Dude still had his wife, and Brian wanted one too. Well, what do you know? He met Carol and they got hitched. Now, in his spare time, Brian's a repairman, be it trumpets or saxes or violins, but Carol got fed up with tubas in the bathtub. Well, Brian called Dan, said that at his core, he said that what this town needed was a music store. Then A440 Music was born down on Forest Ave. They filled it with guitars and reeds and oils. They worked real hard and they raked in the spoils. And for too long, the walls were bursting at the seams. You see, the store was too small, and not to be rude, but they needed more space. They decided to move, and that's how we ended up right here on Main. They had maybe 100 managers, but to be fair, I don't know the real number because I wasn't there, at least to that point, because, well, this is where I come in. Dan and I met back in my college days. I was into theater, and our bands had played the same place a few times, so I'd known him a while. Dan said the manager was stepping down, so they needed a new one, and he must be handsome and dashing. I know I'd be perfect as I am all of those things, and if you don't think I am, maybe next time you can sing. And but I digress. Let's get back to the story. Business is good, been in charge for 3 years, but the store's been open 10, and that's why you're here, so we can celebrate and say thank you to everyone. Thank you. All right. So what we're doing currently, for our 10th anniversary, we're having a huge sale for the rest of the month. We've got 21% off everything. We're doing big giveaways. There's a guitar that I stuck somewhere. It's behind me. We're giving away a guitar. We're doing all that stuff. We're very excited about having made it this far, about being able to produce music and encourage music growth within the community and the surrounding communities. And we're really excited. We've got a lot of stuff coming down the pike, most of which we can't talk about because how else do you build interest if you give it all away? So keep your eyes and your ears peeled, but we look to be expanding here before too awful long into both different areas and just with the services that we provide. And yeah, I think that's about it. Dan, did I leave anything out?
No, I think you did well.
Thank you. Did well. All right. Any questions? The song kind of nailed it. Huh? I put everything out. You had any questions?
Store hours.
Store hours. We're open noon to 6, Monday through Friday. Typically in the mornings, I'm at different schools. And then Saturdays, we're open 10 to 2. If you call in, listen through to the end. I've got my cell phone number listed in case you're in a musical emergency and it's a Sunday or outside of store hours, and I can swing down to meet you here 90% of the time.
We have a question on the internet.
Internet question.
She has a 9-year-old daughter looking to get a guitar for Christmas. Do you have any recommendations?
I do. I have a couple half-scale guitars. They're smaller. This year's 3/4 scale. Right above your head. So sorry. Typically, I don't have him running at people like that. So depending on your child's height, one of these two is gonna work best. Our half scales go for right around $100. That's a great Black Friday purchase because we have a big sale going there too. But yeah, for a 9-year-old, I recommend that, or maybe an electric guitar as the strings are softer for their fingers.
And for the rest of the month?
Rest of the month's 21% off.
That's right.
21.
And how did you arrive at 21?
Well, our Black Friday sale is 20% off, and I wanted to do one better. Did literally one better. At a certain point, once you're at 20, I mean, just give it away. So, I saw a hand in the back.
Do you guys do lessons or help coordinate lessons?
So, we don't do any lessons in store. We do have a few guitar teachers that advertise with us. We are currently looking for someone who does piano lessons who would like to advertise. We'd love to put you up and get your name out to people. So if anybody knows of any piano teachers, see me after, let me know. I'd love to get in touch with them and see if they're cool with me giving their info out. Anything else?
I'm not looking
Yes,
for a
ma'am.
job.
Besides guitars, what other instruments do you sell here?
Any band and orchestra instruments. We do all that. We do all of our repairs in-house. That's a trumpet. For those of you who've never seen a trumpet, this is one. We sell them, we rent them. The only thing we don't do rentals on is actually the guitar side of things. But yeah, and if you're looking for something unique, we can typically get you something that I haven't heard of. So.
I had a question for Brian.
What?
How do
You notice they don't let me talk to the public.
It's by design,
They
man.
keep me back in the shop.
How do you clean a tuba in a bathtub?
It is a challenge. I mean, if you go back here and look, we've got a special sink back there that I built that we clean instruments in. There's a toilet brush hanging there. That is not an accident. That is how you clean the inside of a tuba. It was a new toilet brush. It's not the same one from the bathroom. We have a special one for tubas.
Any other questions? Well, thank you. Thank you, Lyle. Thank you, A440. We appreciate it. Appreciate everyone being here.
Worst thing I ever had to take out was I'm sorry. Worst thing I ever had to take out of an instrument was a caramel apple out of a tuba.
Okay. Can't top that one. And I'm not going to sing or dance. This is it. I'm live. Do we have any guests today?
I brought a guest from Iron Therapy Training. This is Lucero. She's our new trainer.
Welcome to Sarah. Thank you for being here. How about new members? Any new members? None. Wow, you're taking it easy. Boy, it's quiet.
It is quiet.
Sing some more, Lyle. Well, do we have any announcements? Anyone have anything at all to say? Please? Yes.
On Monday, Wheatland Electric is having their grand opening from 4:30 to 7. Stop by. We are collecting cans and cash for the food bank. And in exchange for your donation, you can have a hamburger or hot dog meal. We are doing a ribbon cutting. We're doing tours of the building, tours of our green space, having cake. It'll be fun. Come on down while the building's open and get a chance to look at it and see what your new building looks like.
That's Wheatland Electric, Monday afternoon, 4:30 to 7.
New location.
Wonderful.
Ribbon cutting's at 5:30.
Anyone else? I'm going to read the announcements now.
Do it as a song.
I'm not. Today, USD 428 is having an early dismissal at 11:30. The Central Kansas Christian Academy curbside chili feed is this evening at 5 p.m. out at Central Kansas Academy or Central Kansas Christian Academy. This evening, starting at 6 p.m. is the 2021 Candidate Forum at the Great Bend Public Library basement. Attend that. Tomorrow, there's no school for USD 428. Saturday, Credit Union of America is having their shred day at the Great Bend location starting at 9 a.m. The Long Pumpkin Patch at 163 Northeast 30th Road is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday. And there's a Hall of Fame banquet, hosted by the Kansas Oil and Gas Museum at the Great Bend Event Center starting Saturday evening at 5 p.m. Sunday, a reminder, the Long Pumpkin Patch at 163 Northeast 30th Road is open from 1 to 5. Monday, the 25th, we have a Chamber Chat Live, What's Up Great Bend, hosted virtually on the Chamber's Facebook and YouTube page starting at 2 p.m. That afternoon, Wheatland Electric is having their grand opening at 200 10th Street, starting at 4:30 with ribbon cutting at 5:30. We'd encourage you all to be there. Wednesday, the 27th, Made in GBK Manufacturing Tour of 2021, and
They're in several locations.
several locations, so just find a location. Please see the event calendar on greatbend.org for more information on things happening in Great Bend. One other thing, the Chamber's looking for old photographs and articles to help commemorate our historical 100th anniversary. So if you have any memorabilia, pictures, newspaper articles, anything like that, please get them to the Chamber of Commerce, if you would, please. The last thing I have to say is our next coffee is in person, hosted by the Great Bend Fire and Police Department. If you can't make it, you can watch it virtually on the Chamber Facebook page or YouTube channel, next Thursday. And that's all the announcements I have. Has anyone thought of anything? Man, this is a quiet.
It is quiet. I think they're scared.
Physically, it is at the police office. It's supposed to be in the garage area.
Correct. Yes, it's in
garage
the
area to
fire
south of the
department,
police,
the garage bay.
department office, so. Not in the fire station, I don't believe.
No, it's in that garage.
In the garage area.
Yeah, just so there's space.
Okay. Anyone else? Then we are ready for door prizes.
I did the door prizes.
He's got some good door prizes. Don't forget muffins. I mean, Kim is award-winning baker.
He didn't name the song.
Oh,
Oh, I get to draw.
Yeah.
Oh, even better.
but
You want Dan to draw? Sarah, what's your number?
Real quick before I draw this out, a couple things I forgot to mention. What about the muffins?
Well, just everyone.
There are muffins. Eat the muffins. They're delicious. Number 2, and I don't like to brag, he lied. If you look over here up on our wall, you'll notice some cookie contest championship belts. And I don't, like I said, I don't like to brag. I love to. I'm hoping everybody steps up their game this year because right now we own that like Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears. So, alrighty, door prizes. First winner. Last four numbers. 3338.
Hey!
Congratulations, you win a ukulele.
yay!
Wait, and a gift certificate.
We're
Congratulations.
gonna be waiting here to come by the office later today.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Ukulele story, when we were over on Forest Street, tiny little store, Dan bought 6 ukuleles. And they're hanging up on the wall. He comes in, I'm down there working at night on instruments. I said, what in the hell are you thinking? There is nobody in Great Bend, Kansas is going to buy a ukulele. What would you say? We've sold 600 of them?
At least 600.
It was my,
We changed her life.
yeah, it was my gateway instrument. I love it.
Next winner, 3351.
Hey!
You know what? I'll bring it to you. You get a harmonica, one of those fancy schmancy harmonica holders, and a gift certificate.
We'll expect a concert at the next coffee.
It's homework.
Alrighty, last one. 3375.
Right here.
This one I'm excited about. You get this gorgeous tuba themed necktie, and I know you weren't expecting it. I'll get you.
That reminds me, today is Dennis's birthday.
Hey!
I think we should embarrass him.
Go ahead.
Start. Huh?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dennis. Happy birthday to you.
Yes.
It's my 30th anniversary of 36.
Thank you all for coming. We are adjourned.
Get up, Muffin.